Yo, what is up YouTube? And today we are visiting Ember once again. We did a video on floor 42 as well as 30. Now we're going to do 36 because it seems like some people are still having trouble with Phoebe. Now she is easier than the other two in my opinion, but she still can be a quite challenging boss if you don't know the correct strategy. And I'm going to show you guys like the easiest strategy by far that I have come upon that makes the boss a quite literal walk in the park. So all you guys have to do is, of course, go into the boss fight, and you want to choose the 3 cards on the right here. Don't choose the one on the left. You don't want to boost their stats. The other ones don't really matter because the strat we're going to be doing, we are not actually going to be switching forms. So basically what you want to do is just nuke the boss here. Now, there is basically going to be a strat that I recommend, and I'll talk about it once I talk about the team comp as well. So, you can always use Lily to make it easier. I'm going to try to pick characters that are quite free-to-play friendly, so just make sure you have a main single target damage dealer. Dieting works. If you have Yelly, she's very good. And then just have supports around them. Ideally, you do want an attack buff and a defense down. I just have Freya for my attack buff and then 3 supports with that. Yeah, Catchy the guard is very good here. Vice is very good here. The strategy I'm going to show you guys, basically you want to kill all the ads except one of these, like the ones with like the helmet, like what's it called, like the hat kind of thing. Basically the 2 that are closest to the boss, you want to leave one of them up. So here I'm just going to leave the one up that doesn't have the nightmare buff. It just makes the most sense, and you're just going to kill these very quickly. You don't want to touch the other ones really, because the strategy I'm doing is going to cheese the boss and make it so that she doesn't really do anything. So basically you're just killing these very quickly. I'll just be buffing. And honestly with this strategy you can run an extra damage dealer because the damage isn't going to be that big of a deal. So we'll kill this one. I probably should use that on the boss to drop her speed, but whatever. And heal. And with this strategy, you don't have to switch back and forth. Basically, the reason why you're doing this is because if they all die, she will actually summon them again. But if you leave one up, you just kind of infinitely will keep her in this like phase where she does nothing, which is super easy. And if you accidentally kill the last one, they will all resummon. That's why you do not want to do that. The best part is while you're hitting these, it will actually deal some damage to the boss because of this day aura. When a piece dies, takes indirect damage equal to 4% of max health. So like the original strategy is you just kind of keep hitting the ads and she spawns them, and then you keep hitting the ads and she spawns them. But with this one, you're just killing 3 and just hitting the boss after. And you'll see that if you do the strategy, it makes this fight super easy. Honestly, I could probably just auto it, but I'm just going to manual it. Actually, screw it. I'm just going to auto it. So I'm just going to click this one. You can just click these one at a time. You really want to make sure you don't kill the other one on accident. That's why I definitely recommend a single target DPS, because they have no, like Dieting for example has no AoE, so he's not going to ever be able to hit the other one, which makes it so that it will never really die here. And I just recommend taking it off auto right when they're about to die, so you don't actually hit the boss on accident. I think my Dieting hits here. And now I just click the boss, and you're going to see that she will never respawn the ads. And you're basically just hitting the boss who does nothing but dispel herself. And this ad will give her a buff which does nothing as well, because the boss itself doesn't really do that much damage. Like Phoebe, when there's no, like it's usually the ads that are kind of just hitting you a lot. The knights with the swords. That's why you leave this guy up, and you'll see that all it does is buff the boss really. And yeah, I guess we'll just play it through. But you can see that when you do it like this, it is literally the easiest floor in Ember in terms of bosses. But you know, I'm going to skip ahead so you guys don't have to watch this auto. It's literally a tank and spank. And yeah, now you're going to see we are coming to the end of the boss. It does take a while. I actually recommend bringing another damage dealer. You probably don't need this many supports, but I just brought this team just because it's like the safest. And finally dies. Did take 9 minutes of clear time, but if you're looking for a really easy way to clear it, like this just makes it super easy and free. And literally you're taking 0 damage the entire time, so it doesn't even matter what gear you have on your characters. This is my dieting. Yeah, obviously it's geared, but you literally never drop below 80% health and you're never in danger. So it's a very easy peasy cheese strategy for this boss. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what floor you want to see next. I do have 30 and also 42 on my channel, probably in the same playlist. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.